Very good looking boat. I like the teak a lot. Just so classic. This is why I like center cockpits, guys. You get these aft decks back here with tons of space for activities. This is a huge and comfortable space to be in. This is one of the highlights of the boat back here. A full beam aft cabin with a true island berth.
What's up, everyone? Today I've got for you all a beautiful and frankly relatively affordable big cruising monohull that could take you and your family anywhere you want to go safely in comfort and style. To be honest, this is another one that would be very tempting for us to buy if the time were right. As always, remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps us a lot, so thank you in advance, and without further ado, let's get to the tour.
All right, everybody, I just stepped aboard and I can already tell you I'm going to really like this boat. This looks like an awesome design for a family cruiser. So let's go ahead and go forward first, as we always do. One of the first things I notice is this is a teak decked boat, and the teak decks look like they're in pretty good shape. You've also got nice wide side decks, running backstays right here, high bulwarks, nice high lifelines, handholds going forward, and some pretty big port lights here. This is a deck Salon boat. Lots of ventilation, which I like to see. Really nice and clean decks here. There's just not a lot to trip on. I like that a lot as well. And going forward, pretty safe. Right up until you get about here, then I would probably like to see another handrail right here. But other than that, the foredeck is really clean. You've basically got, you know, the ventilation that you need, and really nothing extra up here. This is a cutter rigged boat, so we've got a staysail and a head sail. It does look like one of the door aids has been removed, probably getting some maintenance done on it. Continuing all the way forward, roller furling head sails up here, a vertical windlass, and a double stainless bow roller, as well as two stainless cleats, and a nice bow pulpit up here, a stainless steel Delta style anchor. The teak on the bow pulpit could be replaced, but other than that, really nice. Looking aft, very good looking boat. I like the teak a lot. Just so classic. Come take a look at this locker up here. A really large chain locker, and your windlass controls are going to be down here. A little remote for the windlass. Huge chain locker. That's a lot bigger than it looks from out here. And looking back aft again. Oh yeah, she's a looker. And again, cutter rigged, which is going to bring you more sail options for blue water cruising when you're at sea. So very nice. Self-tacking staysail right here. Most, if not all, lines leading aft to the center cockpit. And then you've got kind of a half hard dodger windshield type setup here, kind of similar to a Halbergrassi. And then there's going to be a bimini that goes beyond that. It's not on the boat right now, but that would be pretty nice to have out, especially on a hot day like today. Here's your other running backstay. I like that this boat has running backstays. It gives you options, again, for different sail configurations. Big slab reefed main mast here with lazy bag and lazy jacks. More door aids for ventilation, more hatches. Continuing aft. The running backstay is also kind of a handhold going aft as well too. We're going to get to the cockpit last. We're going to continue all the way aft. And in my opinion, this is one of the highlights of the boat here. This really wide and spacious aft deck. This is why I like center cockpits, guys. You get these aft decks back here with tons of space for activities. And this is a semi-modern design. You've got a wide aft end here, so you've got even more room, right? And then a dinghy on davits off the back. This would just be a really nice place to hang out while you're at anchor, and then you've got more ventilation, adjustable backstay, your main sheets right there after the cockpit, and then propane locker, and then a huge stern locker, like a really big stern locker back here, tons of room, really nice. And then off the transom there is a fold out swim platform, and there's also steps right there in case the swim platform is not out. You can get down. Just a really good setup. So when you're at anchor, you could have the dinghy in the water, the swim platform out, the nice big deck to access the water off of. Beautiful boat. I could live aboard for sure. And continuing forward, we come to another highlight of the boat in my opinion. There's going to be lots of highlights of this boat, but this is the really comfortable and large center cockpit here. Again, tons of room to lay out and relax, and then it's still safe enough, you know, you're still inboard enough that it's safe. You're not going to really fall out of it in any way, right? So you've got a big, comfortable, safe center cockpit right here, and you know, you could easily have a few people up here and not be in each other's way. You've got all lines, or most if not all lines, leading to the cockpit and to the helm. Winches, 3 winches on either side, 2 forward of all that. Nice little cockpit table here with a cooler in it, so you can have your, you know, your dinner, your sundowners out here in a really comfortable space. And then you've got your helm station. So great visibility all around. You know, you're central on the boat. You're nice and high, but not too high. So you've got good visibility, 360-degree views, right? And with the Bimini and the Dodger, you'll have plenty of protection, you know, from the weather. And you've got everything you need right here, and your instruments on the pedestal. Very nice. And you can sit up here on the coaming if you'd like to sail, or you can stand where I'm at right now, or even sit, and it'll all be comfortable. Really good setup. I like it. Let's go ahead and continue forward. And with that, I think it's time to go down below. Stepping down below, this is a huge and comfortable space to be in. This is great. Look at this main settee. Look at how comfortable that looks. You've got lots of headroom, handholds up here, probably at least six headroom in here. Nice settee on the port side there. Beautiful, beautiful space. Let me give you a quick 360 to show you this deck salon. It's really nice and bright. Beautiful. As always, let's go ahead and go forward first. You do have to step down from the deck salon into the forward corridor here. You have 3 doors, 1, 2, 3, each going into either a cabin or a head. There is a double cabin to starboard right here. I like this setup a lot in this size boat, guys. You know this, because this is a great space for your kids, for a family of 4 like us. Storage down there for their clothes, and even more storage with a hanging locker forward. Very nice. Very comfortable space, especially for 2 little kids like we have. They would absolutely love this cabin. So I like this layout a lot because of that. And backing out of that starboard cabin, we're going to move to port. And we've got a head up here to port. So a nice big head with a sink, separate shower. Can't go wrong with that. Little bench in that shower. Again, lots of headroom, very spacious. Ventilation and light up above. Storage to the right of the sink and below it. Very nice functional head with a separate shower, which is, you know, what I'd expect on a boat of this size. If you haven't noticed already, guys, all of the joinery is really high quality and it's all in great shape. There is another door to that head here, so you can access the head from the forward cabin or from the deck salon. I like that a lot as well. I love when you have multiple accesses to the forward head, because that ends up being the day head, and you're going to want access during the day easily, right? And then also you have access from the forward cabin, so whoever's staying up here can go to the bathroom or take a shower or whatever in more privacy. They don't actually have to come out of their cabin to do so, so that's nice as well. There's a double island berth up here, so not really a V berth, double island berth up here. That's really nice. Tons of storage, and you've got these overhead lockers that kind of remind me of, you know, overhead compartments on a really nice airplane, right? So really, really cool. Even more storage down here, and then hanging lockers, I believe, on either side. Vented. Air conditioning, more ventilation, more storage on the port side here. Ventilation is really important on a boat, so you don't grow mold. You can keep things dry and ventilated. Continuing back into the deck salon, we're going to go ahead and give this a closer look on the port side here. Beautiful little love seat, very comfortable looking, and then tons, just absolutely tons of storage everywhere you look. To the side, above, under. On the starboard side, we've got a forward-facing nav station, and forward of that, just a giant main settee and main salon table right here. I believe this opens and it can become a berth as well. There is kind of a vinyl headliner. Not the biggest fan of these, but this one's in really good shape, and I also really like this handhold design. You've got plenty of places to hold on to, which is, you know, something you need because you've got a lot of open space right here. So you need to be able to look up and grab that handhold while you're underway. Looking aft into port, this is a Nook style galley, U-shaped galley that's very functional, beautiful for an offshore passage because you can brace pretty much at every angle, every wind angle, every sea state. You've got something you can lean against, so that's nice. Kind of holds you in that galley. And then you've got storage all around, gimbaled stove, sink, and cold storage right there, and I believe right there as well. That's a big fridge, and it's all stainless on the inside, so really nice and high quality. And I believe this is going to be the freezer back here. Lots of storage everywhere you look. Storage, storage, storage. I know you guys love how much I say that word. Really nice. I can see myself cooking a nice meal while at sea right here and being very comfortable and safe. Looking to starboard, a really beautiful forward-facing nav station here. This looks very comfortable, right? You do have to step down to get to it, but this is going to be, you know, your electronics hub, your instrument hub of the boat. This is going to be potentially your desk while working from home, right? Very nice. good little space for that. And then behind that nav station, there's a big hanging locker back here. With, again, ventilation. And looking aft, your engine's going to be down there, so we're going to figure out how we can get access to that. It's probably going to be through this corridor here. And continuing aft, we've got kind of a transitional hallway corridor, but this is going to be almost like your garage on the boat. This is where you're going to store tools, stuff for the engine, cleaning supplies. You've got a surface up here, so this is probably where you're going to work on some projects as well. You know, so you can see there's some oil up here for the engine. And then I believe these doors are magnetic. They hold themselves open with magnets, and then engine access. It's going to be through here. So I apologize if it's a little dark, but you've got beautiful engine access as well as generator access down here. So again, this is kind of your technical room, your garage on the boat, with really, really good engine access. I mean, these doors are 4 feet tall. And then continuing aft all the way into the aft cabin. This is one of the highlights of the boat back here. A full beam aft cabin with a true island berth. Look at that. Goes, you know, all the way back right there. So very easy, you know, bed to make. That's why people like island berths. It's very easy to make. And they've got, you know, more room. So tons of storage all around. Just these beautiful curved cabinets right here with curved doors and seating below. Little kind of vanity areas. Plenty of storage for clothes. Beautiful. And then we're gonna walk aft a little bit. You do have standing headroom all the way up to about where I'm standing right here. When you take that step up, then you kind of have to bend your neck a little bit, but that is more than acceptable. Looking forward, you've got a mirror, another kind of little vanity area right there. And yeah, you know, that's the corridor we came through. Going over to port. There's another giant hanging locker. There's definitely enough room for all of your clothes back here. And then forward of that, there is the beautiful ensuite head with a separate shower. So you got your head there, a big separate shower right there with its own little window for ventilation and then light. And then the sink. So a really nice and big space in here. And then you got access to your engine room from this side as well. I love this design, guys. All right, it's time for the full continuous below decks walkthrough from bow to stern.
So what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Personally, as I stated earlier, this boat is really tempting for us, but the timing just isn't right. For what you get, I think she provides a lot of value and would be perfect for a couple or family to sail away from it all on without having to break the bank on a similar size multi-hull. As with all our videos, the current asking price and broker contact information are in the description below. Remember to do all the usual things, and I'll see you in the next one. Are you in the market for a cruising boat? Are you selling one? Or maybe you're like me and you just like looking at cool boats. If any of that sounds like you, and given that you're watching this video, I'd bet that it does. I'm excited to tell you about something that we've been working on behind the scenes for a while now. We've just soft launched, with the help of our friends at Loma Tech, a new website / marketplace specific to affordable cruising yachts, meaning on this site you can list your boat, buy a boat, and or window shop for boats just like the ones we film in our tours. You can go on there now, and just like how we don't charge to film the tours we're already doing, list your cruising boat for free and get access to the Learning the Lines community of potential buyers. We wanted to do this because, quite frankly, there's too many cool cruising yachts out there and not enough time for us to film all of them. So we created a marketplace for unique, affordable cruising boats, of which, to the best of my knowledge, no great options currently exist for this very specific niche. What do you have to lose? Check out the link in the description to join the community.
I've got it right and I got it wrong, but I learned